Okay, next.
Awesome shit, man. Americans, we need to go back to like taking women out of the workforce, and maybe that's where we fucked up, you guys. We let women vote. No offense, but let me I want to tell you guys something. Think about America prior to women voting. They try to ban alcohol. I don't even drink, but I'm not trying to ban alcohol. So what you did, man, you let these women come in the workforce. Now we make less money. You got kids raising themselves on fucking TikTok. We need to go back to like 1942, especially after, maybe 1958 after we fucked up the Germans. We need to put women back in the kitchen. We need to take only one man needs to be working. So I think as a collective man group, we need to elect somebody that's gonna put women back in the kitchen, put one man working, raise the wages, and build a fucking wall.
Have you ever thought about going to therapy?
Pause it. Your reaction to the clip.
I always think that the olden times were nice, and I'd wish that we'd go back to them too. But
so you agree with, you
yeah,
co-sign on what he said?
A little, I guess. I don't know. Some of it's kind of just like silly.
But just like 5 minutes ago, you were saying, can you imagine back then when women couldn't vote?
That's crazy to me.
He wants to take away your right to vote.
I think that's wrong.
You think it's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why should I not be allowed to vote?
No, but you were kind of like co-signing on his
not
statement.
on the voting part.
Oh, but everything else you're like,
I do agree that like back in the day, like some things were better, but also saying put women in the kitchen, like, okay, you got to understand there's a lot of people that are in relationships that are abusive and they rely on their spouse, the man, to take care of them, and they're stuck in that situation. So like I do feel bad for people like that, So I don't think that it should be throw the women back in the kitchen. Sure. I think everyone should work.
Okay.
I think it should be equal.
Sure.
I thought it was kind of funny.
It was funny.
He had a couple of points. I think there's a lot of screwed up things, and a lot of it is not blaming women, but I think a lot of it, like there was a line and then everybody just kind of crossed it by miles. Mm-hmm. So I think he's a little out there, but he makes sense to some things, just a little funny.
You were cracking up.
The way he worded that was just hilarious. That was really funny. So I do agree with the overall point of what he's trying to say. However, how he says it and how he comes across is going to be really hard to get people to agree with what he's saying. So he needs to word that differently.
He's a straight shooter, though. He's a straight shooter.
You could be straight and not come off like that, though.
Yeah, it came off kind of dickish.
Yeah.
I agree with him, but I also feel like, maybe a woman should work maybe from home, not something like what a man's job.
Sure, what about you?
He is definitely speaking facts about having children. Every relationship is different though, but when it comes to having kids, I think a more traditional household where a woman stays at home and a man goes to work will always work better.
Mick?
I think a lot of what he said is very true, but I think it's he said it very straight shooter like and aggressive. So I don't know.
I co-sign. I wish I didn't have to work.
Okay. Good talk.